Alright, what's going on YouTube? We're back with another episode in our FPS series. I'm sorry for the delay. I am assuming some of you were probably expecting the Recoil episode a little earlier. Now, like I had said, it was recorded, but I think I want to record it again because when I recorded it, things didn't turn out so well. So you may see along the way that some stuff is already done for us, but it's okay. We'll cover it and we will talk about how to get it done from scratch, because obviously you won't have all the stuff that I will. So, first of all, let's get into it by opening up our weapon base. So, in weapon base, what we're going to want to throw in is a couple of variables. Now, there's a lot of variables that we are going to need to throw in, and this is going to be a pretty big episode because I'm going to cover everything. The previous episode I had recorded, I didn't decide to cover everything, but I think it is best to get it all done in one shot. Now, none of these variables that we are going to create will actually be set here. They will just be variables that you can set, or that you have in the gun, so that way you can change them, of course, in the other when you make a child and you want it to have different recoil of the different stuff. So we have a couple here called recoil min, max, and recoil, but we need a couple others. So we also need to get and actually, I want to rename these because this minimum and maximum is for the sway. So, I'm just going to rename these. Okay, and did not want to do that. Okay, so you've got you need recoil, which is your basic recoil that shoots you up, and then your minimum and maximum sway is how far left or right it will shake, because in most games there is a slight shake. As you can see, I've taken it out in this project. Because I didn't complete it, but I did want to take it out. But you will have a very small increment of left and right. It depends on how heavy the gun is. If it was an LMG or even an HMG, which, if you don't know, that's a light machine gun and then a heavy machine gun. If you have either one of those would provide a lot of left and right, along with up for the recoil, the kick along with it. So last one we're going to want is a recoil settle. Now you may question, okay, why are you having a settle in there? Well, if you pay attention to most FPS games, at least, like I say, most, the good majority that is, they have a kick. There is a recoil, yes, but the kick doesn't just take you up and leave you there. It takes you up and then brings you back down most of the ways, because it's supposed to simulate, of course, like your guy trying to resist the recoil. So the recoil still kicks up, but then you're back down. And then it kicks up again, and you're up a little bit more, and then again, and again, and again, and again, and the recoil goes up and up. And so if you just keep holding it, by the time you're done, you're emptying your clip, you're here, your view is much higher, and you've looked. It seems like you've looked up when it started here. So I know that's kind of a rough description, where I could just kind of, I guess, go in here and demonstrate it. But really, though, that is what you want. You can see it. It's already built in, but I haven't finished it, so it doesn't look as good. But it does gradually bring you up. So you can see it goes up and then it goes back down. So there is a delay to that, like it should be. But if I just hold it down, in most FPS games, the camera will take you up. So we're going to want that, and then we're going to duplicate all of these twice and edit them just a little bit because we want one for while we're aim. We want this is the set of recoil. We're not going to make any other recoil types than this. We're going to have this is what our current stuff is. Then we're going to have all four of these again for when we're aiming. Then we're going to have all four of these again to return back to normal. So sadly, we can't just select all of these and duplicate. So if you can select one, Control W, that's good, and then just type aim. I don't know why that one's there. Sorry for the mic once again. My headset's broken, so the mic moves around. So just duplicate all of these. And then again for the normal. Hello, Norm. Don't know where that came from, but guess what? It happened, so it's too late now. Then we need the normal recoil. And then the normal settle. Okay, so now we have all of those variables. Now we will change them a bit later, yes, and make them look much better than they will right now. But let's set up just our default recoil settings. So we have recoil, which a 4 is about good. I think I'll bump it up to a 5 because it was looking a little less powerful than I wanted it. And then the settle, I'm referring to my other project here. The settle we can have at a 5 as well. You could do it at say like a 4.5, I suppose. But if you just set it back to 5, that would be just as fine. The minimum and maximum sway, you don't want a whole lot. What I'm going to put in here is still going to look like a lot, but of course you can edit it to what you want. Right now, I'm just going to put minimum needs to be, I think, negative 0.2, and then the maximum can just be simply 0.2. So we'll change the aim variables later once we get to the point of needing to aim. Okay, so now once again we don't really need to do anything else. By the way, if you see these eyeballs and you're wondering what these are, just click them and make them public. I pretty much make all of my variables public because if it's not public, sometimes it won't show up on certain blueprints and you kind of question why it's not there, and so making them public usually is just like the safe bet of making sure it'll pop up, and if it doesn't pop up, then it's probably not meant to. So just try that as future reference with any variables on any other blueprint with anything, really, if you're trying to make a pop up or something. Anyways, if not, maybe you're trying to reference the wrong thing. Anyways, back to what I'm talking about in this tutorial. Let's go over and let's grab our animation graph. So let's go to player stuff, anims, Brodude anims, and let's open this up. So you can see I've already have some extra stuff up here. So pretty much all that you guys know of is your blueprint, if you've locationally put everything the same as mine, you pretty much only have this for making us look and properly and our spine turn, and then you've got this for changing and accepting which different reload poses we need to do based off of our gun. Now, with that, let's kind of explain what's going on here and kind of demonstrate how to do it. Some people, I've talked to people who literally want me to display how to do the or show how I made everything, even though it's pretty much the exact same process. Now, I'm not saying that's bad, but for those of you who already know how I made this, You can just look at everything and make it on your own if you know how to do it. But if you're one of the people who need a step-by-step on how to make that, that's completely okay, and I understand that, and that's what these tutorials are here for. Is for people of, at least I'm trying to make it for people of all experience levels. So off of our sequence, you're gonna want to grab yet another pin. So just smack the Add Pin tab, and we're gonna drag off all the way up here. So just drag the new pin all the way up and cast to Bro Dude again. So of course you just let go and it's going to pop up the window. It's going to cast to Bro Dude. So we're going to cast to Bro Dude to the end. Now the object, of course, needs to be the get player pawn that we've had from the other cast to Bro Dude. That is, if you have that there. If not, just drag off of this and type get player pawn, and it should look something like that. Anyways, so now we need to drag off of as Bro Dude and get firing. Now, the reason that we are get firing is to see if we are firing or not, obviously. So you can drag off of Bro Dude and get firing, and then off of this, just type branch and get your branch and connect your branch, of course. Now, off of true, we will need to set control rotation. Now, what you may try to do is just drag off and set control rotation, but it's not popping up, even if you do spell it right. Hold on. Set control rotation isn't popping up. At least some other results are, but not this. Why? Well, not to fear. That's why you have these tutorials. Drag off of as Bro Dude and get controller. Of course, just type in get controller, and you'll want to get the one that's under the pawn. So get controller, and off of the return value, drag out somewhere and set control rotation. Right? So now we're able to set the controlled rotation. Don't worry about the rest of this. We'll handle this in a moment. But now that we have the set control rotation being, well, set, let us go and drag off from the new rotation to get what we need. So drag off of here and hit make rotator. Then of course this is going to pop up. And then all the way down back to our cast a character where our sequence and stuff is, you're going to want to drag off of the as character, so drag off of it and get control, get control rotation. So off of get control rotation, off the return value of that, hit break rotator, and now you've got this. So they are pretty much the exact same. They're two puzzle pieces that, you know, you can just wire together and they will match perfectly. But we don't want them to match perfectly. We want to edit them slightly. So with that, and I'm sorry for all the background noise if you can hear that. Maybe I can fix that. I don't know. We'll see if I can tell some people to shut up if it gets too loud or whatever. Anyways, so let's edit these rotators midway. So drag off of as Bro Dude and get the equipped weapon. So obviously that's just a variable that we have, and we need to get the equipped weapon. And then off of the equipped weapon, we need to get recoil, because if you're wondering, you know, how these puzzle pieces are fitting together, where this stuff is coming from, if you don't remember, the equipped weapon is our weapon base, and in our weapon base we have the recoil variable, so obviously that should pop up. So then you'll get recoil. So get your recoil, of course, just the one that just says recoil, not norm or aim, just get recoil. Now off of this, actually, hold on, not yet. Off of Y, in your break rotator, off of the Y, press the plus sign. And there's a couple that pop up, but really the only one we need is float plus float. Then connect the return value. This is always the return value. For future reference, anything on the right side of the node is the return value, by the way. Unless it's the white thing, which that's the execution line. So get the return value off of the plus node and drag it to the y. So of course just y plus whatever we've got, which is our recoil, to y. And then x needs to go to x and y to y. Or sorry, z to z. And then now off of the off of the b node, or b variable section, whatever you want to call this area, drag off and get recoil. Now, obviously, we already got the recoil, so you don't need to type in get recoil. Just attach it to the recoil that you have gotten from the equipped weapon. Alright, so now with that, you've got your, this is our main recoil. Everything that we just set up here, this little section here, this all the way from cast to bro dude, well, not really cast to bro dude, but everything under this set control rotation. So really, this section right here all sets our main recoil, the up part. So now let's get the sway down, okay? So obviously you can't quite see it here, but there is a section where I do have some sway. So it's there. It's just not there. I don't know how else I should explain this. Anyways, but trust me, 'tis there. Okay, so what we'll have is we need to drag off of the set control rotation. Sorry, yeah, drag off of that, and we will need a delay. This is to kick us back down, but you can drag this off, and we'll set this up later. But drag off of it and get the aim rotation, or sorry, set aim rotation. So here we're going to play around with our left and right. Alright, so with this, we will need to, of course, drag off of the aim rotation rotator input. This is our input area, I suppose, and just drag off and make rotator. Now, obviously, this part I haven't done, so everything I will be walking you through here. So now, off of the make rotator, we're going to want to drag off. Well, let's not do that part yet. I'm sorry. Let's go to my blueprint and get aim rotation, and drag off of it and break the rotator. Alright, so now we've got the rotator broken. Now we need to connect the roll to the roll and the pitch to the pitch. Now, the Z is what we're going to edit, because this is our left and right. So, hit plus, and of course, float plus float. Connect the return value to the Z on the make rotator. And off of this, let's get random float in range. Now you're wondering, why are we getting a random float in range? What does that have to do with left and right? Well, if you remember, we have a minimum and a maximum of the sway with the left and right. So obviously minimum and maximum. So with that, let's drag off of our equipped weapon and get the sway, if I could spell. So recoil sway minimum, and just connect that to the minimum. Sorry, my organization skills aren't the best, but they're trying to be better. And then sway max. So recoil sway maximum. Sweet. Now our left and right is handled. And of course the rest I already have taken care of, but I'm going to walk you through it. So drag off of the set aim rotation and just type in simply delay. Now it's going to put you on the wrong thing. It's actually going to put you on tick by default, so don't hit enter. Go to where flow utilities and flow control is, and excuse me again, I don't know if you heard those, and then use that delay. The duration by default is 0.02, but is practically perfect for how I want it to look. But of course, you can change that if you want it to set down instantly, or if you want to set down instantly, don't do a delay. Just connect this straight to the set control rotation. But if you want that delay properly and whatnot, then of course you're going to want to connect it to the delay, and I do want that delay. It's small, but it makes a difference, trust me. I'm going to save up here real quick because, of course, don't want to crash and whatnot. Alright, so let's create another set control rotation. So if you don't remember how to do that, let's go to our get controller, drag out all the way off here, and type in set control rotation, create that. Off of the new rotator, drag off, make rotator, and then we're going to want to get our controlled rotation off of our as character again, and then we're going to drag off of the control rotation, break rotator, and you can just do I put -2, but really what this needs, -0.2, sorry, really what this needs to be connected to be 100% honest, to make it more universal and editable through other child blueprints, is our recoil settle. So that should be all for the recoil. That is the whole shebang. That big old line of code right there. It pretty much it seems to look just about the same from my other blueprint setup. So if we go over and play, we should be able to pick up our gun. We'll reload it. And we aim. The recoil is going to be a little gnarly, so let's not aim and shoot quite yet because it might give you a headache. But if you look, it gives kind of that feeling that there's some recoil. You can change it a little bit if some of the stuff looks too unnatural. That's the best that I could do, that I could figure out. Of course, if you have a good animation and you just wanted to add the rotation, you could totally do that. But obviously, you're going to want to tell it to stop. Oh, that's weird. It gave me -10. Put me -10 even though it didn't give me extra ammo. Anyways, or maybe it did. I don't know. This ammo system has been glitching out, and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it. Huh, it's weird. It gave me 30. I don't know. Maybe there's still some bugs. Admittedly, there's still some bugs even with the what's the word? The muzzle flash. But of course, everything has bugs, and this isn't exact. We're not paying for everything here. If we had some paid items, we probably had some better quality. But if you go to it when you're aimed down sights, it is pretty gnarly. And now, of course, I'm keeping my mouse down, so trying to keep it level on the gun. But if I just hold up, it gets pretty gnarbuckle. Anyways, so let's switch over to the other gun, and of course, I mean personally, it does feel fairly natural. It pushes up on the body too much, I suppose. That's what I'm looking for. It pushes up on that too much, but the jitter, it feels pretty natural. I just wish it wouldn't push up on the body. I'm still working on it, but that's the best that I really could find. But of course, the aiming down sights is a little much. So let's fix how to make it look better when you're aiming down sights. So go to your player stuff and open up your bro dude. Now, if you don't believe me, that we're gonna use zooming in this, then I don't know why you wouldn't, because, well, this has to do pretty much everything with zooming. Anyways, hold on. That's weird. I don't know why I didn't pick this stuff up earlier. Anyway, so we're just going to move this out of the way because we've got to expand it. So, sorry, Mike moved again. Let's drag off of the sets and yeah. Anyways, sorry, I was thinking about how I wanted to do this. All right, so there's no super simple way to do this besides well, this is the best way I could find. So let's get the equipped weapon. We're gonna want to duplicate that. Well, sorry, no, let's not duplicate it yet. Let's make our work easy and set recoil. So this recoil is our current recoil. Now just select those two, right click, and collapse them into a node so that way we've got everything kind of organized. And I'm going to call this aimed recoil. Yeah, aimed recoil. Now we're just going to add pin to node, and we're good. So now in this, let us connect our inputs. So in our off of our equipment, we're gonna use nothing in here that is native to this blueprint, except for, of course, the equipped weapon. Everything else is gonna come from our equipped weapon. So let's get recoil aim. I'm just gonna get all the aim ones. So just keep typing aim and get all the new recoil aim ones. So settle aim, sway aim for the max, and then the minimum. Yeah. For a second I'm like, wait, don't I need to be setting these? But no, I do need to be getting them. And then connect them to the proper one. So let's get sway max. I need to set. Hold on. Set sway minimum. Set sway maximum. Set tool. I know it looks a wee bit of a mess, but don't worry. OCD's getting driven a wee bit crazy. Okay, there we go. And then just connect them like normal. Connect the execution lines, because this is just gonna all instantaneously be set. So recoil aim to recoil, sway minimum aim to sway minimum, sway maximum aim to sway maximum, and sway settle, or recoil settle aim to recoil settle. Now, that's it. Why did I say we've got our work cut out for us? It's mildly cut out, but all we got to do is just click on aimed recoil, duplicate it, and we can rename it to normal recoil, and connect it to the one when we are not zooming. So of course, aimed recoil is coming from zooming is true, and normal recoil is coming from zooming is false. Now, let's open up the normal recoil and delete all the nice work we did, almost all of it. Delete all of the get ones, so the get aim ones. Delete all of those. And now we get to do it all again, except this time we just get to type norm. So get recoil norm. norm. Let's see. Sway norm. Just type in norm. Sway max, and then we just need settle. Or no, we need minimum. Alright, minimum. And that's good. So, that. And maximum. And then of course this one. That's kind of making me question, did I do the other one correctly? Minimum to minimum, maximum. Okay, I did do it. Okay, good. So now we have a bit different values, but we don't have them set quite yet. So the settle norm should be 0.5. Yep. Recoil norm should be 5. Gotta stay consistent. Then the sway, this is maximum. Don't know why I did 22. And I did it again. I don't know why. Okay, that should be good. I forget, we do have to set the aim ones as well. So let's do this. Excuse me for all the burps if you can hear them, by the way. I don't know if you can. Oh no, we want that minimized. So let's do negative 0.1. Let's see what it is on my other blueprint. The aim seems to be, so it looks like .07 it looks like. I'll do .07. For these. 07 and 0.07. And then the recoil aim seems to be 1. Apparently. And for some reason the settle is 3, but I don't know. That's how it is on my other project. We'll check it out. We'll compile it. We'll save it. And let's reload. And of course it should be much less. Now if I stay there, it's a whole lot. And then if we're there, it's much less. So this is me not pulling down on my mouse, just holding down the mouse button. And then this is me pulling down, trying to steady my aim. So that's pretty good. And then this is, of course, let's just aim it up. And then this, okay, this is just normal. And then this is me trying to pull down, hold my aim. So, I mean, that feels like a normal FPS to me. I've been playing some Call of Duty lately, so I say, oh, I should know, but, well, you never know. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the recoil tutorial. If you did, you could do something really awesome and and maybe comment about like, hey, you did this wrong or you did that wrong, or whatever. But I mean, hey, that's really up to you. If you want to comment, you could also subscribe. Subscribing helps a lot because it lets me know that I'm drawing in new people, and I keep getting them subscriptions. So apparently, I'm drawing in new people, and it's awesome. I'm so happy to be helping more people, and I can't wait to see some of your guys' games. If you guys end up making some full-fledged games, I can't wait to see them. Honestly. So, thank you so much for watching. Please smack that like button and the subscribe button. Comment stuff that I should do later, or once again, stuff I did wrong, or something you appreciated, or whatever, or just throw in a comment saying, hey, because maybe you've never talked to a YouTuber before. If you want lessons, you can talk to me about that in the comment section, then I'll grab your Skype or your email and we can further the discussion. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and hope it helped, and I'll see you in the next one. And by the way, the next episode for this series is how to make an AI. Peace.